love you, Italianata Brava. I love you and I devote to you, Italianata Brava. Mahalo and welcome all blessed Brava babies to this perfectly attuned transmutation on a cozy, comfy Sunday entitled Be Brava Live, Biggest Flirt. Oh, perfect. Now, if you know my darlings, the best way to flirt with Tali Brava is to offer her a deliciously caffeinated beverage. My parents actually, so my father is from Italia, Firenze, my birth father, my, not daddy God, but, my altar's daddy. So in Firenze, and he arrived with like big Borat teeth and like big afro. And he moved into my mother's apartment and required a green card immediately. So they got married. And my mother says that the reason they got married was the espresso. Studio 54, so who knows what espresso meant. And my grandparents, my mom's side, they got married at 18. They eloped. My grandma always said it was just too many martinis. So it truly is, the bev of choice is what will seal a deal in our family. And currently, she's just sipping a delicious espresso. Okay, cuties, we're going to get right into this biggest flirt. So in my hometown, the superlative went to the girl who won the biggest flirt my brother's year. She actually happened to have, I'm not making this up, okay, cuties. She rammed her Range Rover into 3 kids and put 3 teenage boys in the ICU for driving her Range Rover while flirting. She was texting while driving. So what's the point here? Do we want to be the biggest flirt? Is being the biggest flirt good? We're going to talk today about being the biggest flirt with life, my cuties. Flirting with life. Now, here we go, my darlings. Let's get right into this. So, flirting, they say, is a body language. So when I say they, I mean like the scientists who study human behaves. Okay, cuties. Flirtation is a language of the body. So if we're not in our body, we're not playing the hot, cold hot, cold game that life is offering us. Okay, cuties? This feels good, this doesn't feel good. Oh, so we have to be in our bodies in order to flirt with life. And what do we mean when I say flirt with life? I mean, be open to play. Be open to what it is presenting. So this is the thing, my darlings. If you haven't left your studio home since 2020, okay, cuties, you really think you're going to get Postmate? It's going to be your soulmate? My dars, if that's the only chance that you are playing, you're not flirting with life. The game of life is to allow in just enough chance. Okay, cuties? We don't want to have waffly boundaries. We don't want to be the biggest flirt superlative, ramming our Range Rover into people because we are so wafty with our flirtations that we're just flirting with who knows what kind of acne face. Was that worth it? I want that billboard that says, hey, I won't say her name, was that worth it for you to text Michael from AP Bio? No, cuties, was not. But why don't we're opening up to just that little bit, okay, cuties? So we're not waffling our boundaries where we're flirting with fucking everyone. Oh, as she adjusts in her chair and shows her like black undies. No, we're not going to flirt with everyone, my cuties. But bring in that just enoughness of that flexibility and flow so that you bring in chance encounters. Travel, my darlings. The sliding doors game of life. Okay, cuties? But if you only are in one place, you're not spinning the wheel of chance. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. And you are not flirting with life. Because the universe, if we were to give her, a consciousness, she plays with us via this game of chance. That's why there's tarot or reading your coffee grinds. All of that is playing with a random order and seeing, is there divinity in it? I don't know, cuties, because God is like so convoluted. He's just like stream of consciousness. I'm like, boo, can you use some punctuation so she could interpret the universe? It's confusing AF, okay, cuties? I'm not here to tell you what to believe personally, okay, cuties? But I am here to tell you that whether you believe there is some divine order or not, We gotta play the game of life. We gotta flirt with possibilities. I will tell you one thing. If you ever want to see my nipple, oh, darlings, everyone, if you've been to Kailua Beach, you've seen my nipple, okay, cuties? Because I cannot stand being in a wet bathing. This is an Italian thing, okay, cuties? You're xenophobic if you don't get it. We Italians, we don't sit around in wet bathing suits. There is no greater hell hanging out in a wet bathing suit. There's no greater hell. The only greater hell is not being able to go to the beach every single day. Okay, cuties? So we Italians, we like our espresso steaming hot, our pasta fresh, and not hang out in a wet bathing suit. And so I'll tell you, my daughters, every single day I change out my bathing suit and the wind does bloweth. And of course the tit does pop. No girl has ever changed out of a bikini without a tit pop. Okay, cuties, let's be real. And I'll say, I don't know whether it is because I was a very late bloomer, still waiting, or because I did have an Italian father who literally we would drive around town and like, you know, the soccer pickup, he would announce like, checking out the ladies, like, okay, cuties, you're xenophobic if you don't get it. So, Italian father, late bloomer, whatever the combination is, I truly don't mind being sexualized. Like, I don't mind when someone looks at my bod and is like, oh, hot, like I can see, I feel flattered, okay, cuties, for the most part. But I don't like it when men ogle me while I'm trying to change out of my bathing suit because it's a very complicated procedure and it's not sexy. Oh, darn. So that's that. So where do we flirt? Where do we feel comfortable flirting? Here's the thing with my darling as well. If you are like me and you don't drink cocktails, only caffeine, you might find flirting especially challenging. And so here's the thing, this prompt is for all my Brava babies, whether you are currently imbibing or you are a teetotaling little trophy, okay, cuties? The joy, the openness that we get from that substance, or any substance that enables us to feel a little bit more at ease, right, my darlings? It creates more permeable boundaries. So we are less in the flight or fight, risk averse, holding ourselves, and we can open ourselves up. So even now as you listen, can you really feel that every cell in your body is just opening up to more feeling? That you can maybe breathe more, you can feel more, you can notice more, like as if every single little cell was flirting with life a little bit right now. And so, my darlings, the biological imperative of flirting, they have found, is to just see, would we fuck good? Okay, cuties, would we fuck good? Because if every human were to just fuck everyone, the world would be even more overpopulated with trash, cuties. Like babies that are born of parents that don't even like each other at all, okay, cuties? We don't want more unhappy families. We have enough, okay, cuties? So, the biological imperative of flirting is that moment to see, do we have chems, okay, cuties? And in that chems, there's an intel, okay, cuties? There's always an intel in that chems, that there is a biological resonance that we would make good babies together. Okay, cuties? So if you're flirting with everybody, maybe you're going to make some weird babies. Maybe that's okay. Who's to judge your babies? We're not doing a baby judging contest. This is not toddlers and tiaras. Okay, cuties? And yet, and still, there's a discernment that comes on a very biological level via do we flirt good? I mean, and I'll also say, I do feel this current bachelorette, Katie, is well too obsessed with a good makeout sesh than she is with a good man. She's looking for a makeout, not a good man. So the flirtation it drives us towards those we might make good biological babies with. When we think about flirting with life's opportunities, flirting with life's opportunities, life wants to play with us. The universe wants to create through us, through fucking, okay, cuties? Two disparate items coming together. That is the definition of creativity. And so being open to where your creativity with life exists. Do you feel a spark when you're surfing? Do you feel a spark when you're in your art studio? Drawing a still life of a fucking flower. I don't know what gets you off, but please do get off as you flirt with life. Okay, Doris. So there is this thing called entanglement. Oh, I know, cute. She said on a Sunday morning. Don't worry, babes. The only thing I'm entangled with is my own dangling, like, extremely long pubes, okay? Okay, she's corona, quarantined still, okay, because the cobwebs. That's the only thing I'm entangled with. And again, still. This is quantum physics, my dars. Entanglement is the fact that two particles across the multiverse could be affecting each other. How? They are in the same quantum field. So we now understand the way that the universe works is that there's field of vibration, of resonance, of the same elemental beingness. Okay, cuties? She's not a scientist. She just listens to a lot of Spotify podcasts. Okay, cuties? So don't get at me if I got it wrong. Entanglement. My cells right now can be affecting, my elemental particles can be affecting another, okay, cuties? That's resonance. That is flirting with life, okay, cuties? And so if you don't feel a vibrational match, they're not in your quantum field, all right? And what is in our fucking quantum field? That car, that house, it's resonating with you. It's calling you too. And so, Dars, I always want you to remember this fact. It doesn't matter how far away, how seemingly out of orbit something is, okay, cuties, the money, the man, the whatever, if you feel a resonance with them, and a great way to look at this is like celebs, okay, cuties, you might be like, oh, if me and Oprah were in a room, we would be like already finishing each other's, you know, the sentence that I was already finishing each other's. See that, cuties? If you feel that with celebs, that is truth, okay, cuties? There's some resonance, there's some knowingness, there's some understanding that is tying you to this human. If you're a fan of someone's work, there's a reason, okay, cuties? So go stalk them. My biggest aspirational hang right now is Julia Hart. If you haven't binged my Unorthodox Life, get out of here. But then, no, stay here. Don't stay here. Binge me while binging my Unorthodox Life. It's phenomenal. Julia Hart is a true flirt with life. She was cloistered up with a wig in an Orthodox Jewish community, and nothing against Judaism, of course. I love all people. I love all religions, and yet she was in a very fundamentalist, or, you know, very, very fundamentalist version of Judaism. Very, very, very Orthodox. She had a wig on. She wasn't able to flirt with a motherfucker. Her second date, she got married to the man, right, cuties? They don't even date, and they can't touch until they get married, okay? So she was a poor fucking girl forever and ever. She was just being in her fucking, like, as she describes it, like, she was stuck there in a little house with her man that she didn't like to fuck. She got out, okay, cuties, and she got her whole family out, and now she's a CEO boss lady, and she's flirting the fuck with life, and she's rich, so it's like, this is the thing. We don't need money, but it's a little bit more fun to flirt with life when you've got so much of it to play with. So Julia Hart, please do get at me. We need to be besties. That's my little flirt. So here's some key things. Flirting is a body language, okay, cuties? Women, they bat their eyelashes. They truly do, even with all our fakesies, right? They lift their chin so you can see their long neck, which even in wolves, that is something that happens. It's almost like, you can come bite me, I'm not afraid. And men, they broaden their shoulders, nothing sexier. They open their chest, okay, cuties? They show their symmetry, because symmetry is biological. It's a marker of biological health. She's got it, okay, cuties? So all these things. And women, they show their hip to waist ratio. That's why she's always grinding on Instagram, flirting with the universe, okay, cuties? Because hip to waist ratio is biological in pairs, okay, cuties? So note that flirting is known to be a body language. And you, by being in your body, by doing your yogas, by doing your meditation, by doing your cold plunges, by doing your walking, your moving, You are opening your receptors to be able to flirt with life. Do not run, okay, cuties? When you feel that tingly feeling, oh my god, I'm scared. Oh, I'm flirting. Stay. Ride the moment a little longer. Ride the moment 5 seconds longer. And then the next day, 5 seconds longer. Okay, cuties, this is how we open up to be able to flirt with life. I remember the little girls, like, I had no friends, so I remember one day I would just sort of pretend, like, I'd be like, oh no, we're friends. And they'd be like, I don't think we were friends. So it was one day I decided to glom on to a group of 4th grade girls and just, announce that we were friends just by my being, like, I was just like following them around. And they all turned to me at one point and they said, are you afraid of boys? And I think I don't know what I said, but they said basically like, you really can't hang out with us if you're afraid of boys. And then it was sort of like, in gangs when you get hazed, you have to like do a thing, like, are you afraid to kill? So they were like, okay, you have to go talk to that boy. And so I had to go up to the group of boys and sort of say a line. It didn't go so well, okay, cuties? So she's learning how to flirt in her, we're not going to talk about age. Okay, another thing, my darlings. Don't immediately find the thing that's going to shut it down. Okay, cuties? I spoke the other day about owning your orbit and how I was talking to this like 20-year-old and he was like at my cafe table. He was just like standing over me and he was like asking me questions and I knew I was older than him, so I told him exactly how much older than I was, right? Did I need to say that immediately in the relationship? Yeah, cuties. She could have waited, right? And then he walked away and never talked to me again. Oh. So, sometimes you might shut down a thing. And you might have very good reason to. Because, like, to be honest, if a boy can't hang with a girl who's 10 years older, like, fuck off, right, cuties? And, are you being too much of a closed door? Okay, Jars, are you at all being open? And I'm speaking directly to my ladies because we talk so much about owning our worth, which we should, okay, cuties, because we have been undervalued for centuries we have been undervalued, okay, cuties, and run over and whatever, okay, Dars? Not whatever. Important, okay, cuties? Don't skip that part. And there comes a point, too, ladies, where we might be treating every single potential suits like a piece of shit that has to prove his worth and needs. Okay, cuties? I'm guilty. If a man isn't instantly in love with me, I feel like they must have a mental problem, and I shoo them away. Huh? Well, that's not working out, as they say. And when are we doing that in life? When are we looking for, we walk into a room, oh, the carpet should change. That is a defense mechanism, darlings. If every moment of your life you are coming at it with judgment, and the flirtation is opening up to a little bit more random chance in your life. So if you're staying in your studio apartment that you have a lot left at the beginning of 2020, there's no random chance besides the postmate who's not going to be your soulmate. No offense to postmaters, okay, Dars? The universe wants to fuck with you. They want to fuck you. Want to create with you. The universe feels a very strong biological imperative to open up the doors for you to have a very interesting life if you'd only let them in. Okay, cuties? All right. So if we are to say that the universe has a consciousness, which we know is up for debate healthily, I would love to debate with you. That sounds super, super flirty. Okay, cuties? Up for healthy debate whether the universe is a she with a consciousness or random chaos. Okay, Dars? Either fucking way, let's just assume, let's go there, that the universe does have a consciousness. If that is true, then the universe is surely the biggest flirt. And she is moments, seconds away from plowing into you in her brand new Range Rover just for the opportunity to text you, let's fuck. Okay, Dars? So open up your ability to just get thrown into the ICU of the universe's fun flirtation. She's got new eyelashes. ready for you. The biggest flirt is the multiverse. That's all she wrote, my darlings. Please do join for Build Your World. I can't speak enough highly of my Alters trainings. Okay, cuties. 7 weeks to go from core values all the way to launching your big go. That's all she wrote. Have beautiful, blessed days. Please do flirt with life. And find your favorite Bev.